This is your Hdsr Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Sultana hands defending MRL champions Oak Hills their first loss in league play, powered by Maria Perez's 6 RBI afternoon that began with this first inning grand slam. The big inning would be the order of the day for Sultana in the eventual 13-9 victory. The home team Lady Sultans would score all their runs in 3 separate innings, the 4-run first, a 3-run second, and a 6-run fifth. Savannah Vanderpool's complete game performance earns the win. Sultana's freshman ace benefits from some standout defensive plays behind her in winning her 6th game of the year. Savannah Vanderpool strikes out 10, giving her 117 strikeouts on the season, second highest among Mojave River League pitchers. Oak Hills opens the scoring. Leadoff hitter Holly Medina, who had walked, steals second, then third, for her 15th and 16th stolen bases of the year. The Bulldogs junior scores the game's first run on Naomi Estrada's groundout. Ella Niles helps Savannah Vanderpool work out of the first, running down slugger Maddie Romo's foul on a fine running catch. That's the second out of the inning. Savannah Vanderpool brings her team into hit with the first of her 10 strikeouts on the day. The Lady Sultans offense goes right to work, loading the bases. Jordan Mullinax beating the throw at second on the first of Hope Merrill's 2 base hits. Hope Merrill, Lady Sultan's sophomore. With the bases loaded, Maria Perez blasts it deep to center field. The stiff winds carry it back and over the left field fence, and Sultana has jumped on the Bulldogs with the grand slam, setting the tone for Sultana's multiple run innings replicated on 2 later occasions. The home run, the 3rd on the year for Maria Perez, and not her first against Oak Hills.
What did you think when the ball hit the bat?
I thought that's my second home run against Oak, and none of their pitchers can stop me.
It is Maria Perez coming through with a big hit in Sultana's 3-run second. She drives the base hit through the infield that sends Isabel Avalos and Ellen Niles across with runs 5 and 6. The sophomore first baseman leads her team with 29 runs driven in. Maria Perez is hitting .481. Macy McDonald follows, staying back on the off-speed pitch and driving it deep to left center. Ella Niles scoring the second of her 3 runs scored this day. Macy McDonald, the junior outfielder, a .348 hitter on the year. End of 2, Lady Sultans lead 7-1. An outstanding defensive play snuffs an Oak Hills rally in the 3rd. Speedster Holly Medina is on first. Shortstop Hope Merrill throws out the hitter, and Maria Perez rifles the throw to Maddie Torrenueva at 3rd, who tags out Holly Medina for the second out in the inning. Savannah Vanderpool follows with her 3rd inning-ending strikeout to end the top of the 3rd. In the 4th, Oak Hills strikes for a lone run on Helena Laura's base hit, driving in Carly Bays to pull the Lady Bulldogs within 5. It is 7-2. In the 5th, the Lady Bulldogs storm back big time. Naomi Estrada drives in Malina Redamal, and it's 7-3. Naomi Estrada is a junior. Carly Bays unloads a bases-loaded double that scores Naomi Estrada and Maddie Romo. Sultana's lead is cut to 2, 7-5. Team-high 12th double on the year for Carly Bays, whose 2 hits this game raise her batting average to .351. Dalen Honish comes through with the clutch 2-run single. Haley Corona and Carly Bays score, and Oak Hills has tied the score at 7. Dalen Honish is a freshman who drives in 3 and collects 3 of the Lady Bulldogs' 11 hits this game. The game is tied at 7. On this very windy April 20th afternoon, marquee players from both sides suffer injuries. Lady Bulldogs catcher Sienna Harwood is shaken up when she suffers a face plant into her pitcher's knee, resulting in the pop-up coming out of starter Naomi Estrada's glove. Sienna Harwood will leave the game. We do not see the point of impact on this play when Maddie Romo rockets a comebacker that ricochets off Savannah Vanderpool's leg. The Lady Sultans pitcher not only shakes it off, but strikes out the next batter and brings her team into hit.
Did you feel any ill effects when you took the hard comebacker?
Well, it really hurt. And then, I laid at the floor and I started saying, I was like, man, I need to push through this for my team because my team is family to me.
Perhaps no player exemplifies a player playing through an injury more than Lady Sultan's sophomore Maddie Torrenueva. This is her 6th game back, coming off a torn ACL. Maddie Torrenueva nearly hits it out in her first at-bat, the deep drive held up by the gusting winds. Back to the order of events in their play-by-play sequence, we pick up the action after Oak Hill's 5-run 5th has tied the score at 7. The Oak Hills rally does not deflate Sultana, but rather elevates their intensity. Maddie Torrenueva leads off the bottom of the 5th. Isabel Avalos singles, advancing pinch runner Jadalyn Rodriguez to second. Isabel Avalos, one of 4 freshmen Coach Obi Galindo has on the field this day. Haley Elgan flat out beats out the excellent bunt to load the bases. Second of 3 hits this game for Haley Elgan, one of 2 seniors on the entire Lady Sultans roster. Sultana scores the go-ahead run when Caitlin Parrish draws the bases-loaded walk. Freshman Jadalyn Rodriguez crosses the plate, and it is 8-7. Hope Merrill delivers the huge base hit that scores what essentially, proves to be the game-winning runs. Isabel Avalos and Haley Elgin scoring to make it 10-7. Senior co-captain and team RBI leader Ella Niles follows, driving in Caitlin Parrish and Hope Merrill to make it 12-7. Ella Niles leads Sultana hitters with a .493 batting average. She will steal second, then advance to third on a wild pitch, and score her team-high 28th run on the pitch that bounces to the plate and off the Oak Hills catcher. 13-7, Lady Sultans, and we go to the top of the 7th. Coach Kelly Rio's girls kick their comeback effort into high gear. Natalie Picado drills the ball to the fence in center field, scoring Dalen Honish. Natalie Picado, one of 2 seniors on the Oak Hills team. The score is 13-8. Junior Melina Redamal, a .350 hitter, hits the 2-strike pitch through the left side, putting runners on the corners. 1 run in, 2 runners on, 1 out for the top of the Oak Hills batting order. Holly Medina laces the base hit up the middle, scoring Natalie Picado. It's 13-9. Melina Redamal to second. Holly Medina is Oak Hill's leading hitter, .535 for batting average. That's 3rd highest in the Mojave River League. With 2 outs now, Savannah Vanderpool closes it out. The ground ball to Hope Merrill, and Sultana has dealt the Lady Bulldogs their first loss in league play. The importance of the victory not lost on the winning pitcher.
It was really important because my team had a lot of pressure because they're under a 7-0 team now. But now they're 7-1 because we just beat them 13-9.
Both teams have 2 league games remaining. Sultana pulls within a game of first place Oak Hills. The Lady Sultans go to Serrano, then finish league play hosting Hesperia. Serrano's win over Apple Valley moves the Lady Diamondbacks ahead of the Lady Sun Devils in their bid for a third-place team making the playoffs. Oak Hills hosts Burroughs, then wraps up league play with Serrano at home, needing one win to clinch at least his share of the title. Apple Valley goes to Hesperia next, then concludes regular season play at Burroughs. Desert Sky League softball, Victor Valley's thumping of the Lady Cougars inches the Lady Jackrabbits closer to the possibility of finishing second in the standings. Silverado's blanking of Adelanto keeps Lady Hawks' hopes alive for at least his share of the MRL crown. Barstow's Lady Aztecs can dash Silverado's hopes with a win over the Lady Hawks in either of their two encounters with Silverado as those teams conclude regular season play with back-to-back games next week. Victor Valley concludes regular season play with 2 games against Adelanto next week after this week's rematch against Granite Hills. This online sports report brought to you by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, home of the Community Table Restaurant, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert, and destination of choice of visitors and travelers to the Victor Valley. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting high desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. On this date in High Desert and Mojave River Valley sports and entertainment history, Serrano ace R.J. Peace 3 hits Sultana in 2015 Mojave River League battle for first place. Former Apple Valley Sun Devil Jason Vargas wins his 3rd straight to start the 2017 season for the Kansas City Royals. Hesperia battles Oak Hills in 2021 league opener, the Scorpions seeking a 53rd consecutive MRL victory. COVID's convoluted 2021 sports calendar had high school basketball season openers taking place this time of year. Coach Bobby Tassetti's Hesperia Scorpions invade the Dog Pound at Oak Hills, opening league play with sights set on adding to their winning streak of 52 consecutive Mojave River League games without a loss. There's a new sheriff in town, this end of Hesperia anyway, at the Dog Pound. Rob Alexander has been brought in. Rob Alexander's Mojave River League initiation is a daunting test. Snap Hesperia's winning streak. To do that, he will need his team's number 5, Mike Miller, to be on his game, and to stop the other team's number 5, John McCullough. Do not allow the Scorpions' superstar to beat them. John McCullough starts out, making it look like Oak Hills' chance at the upset happening does not look good. The returning all-CIF standout is brilliant at the outset, unstoppable, it would seem. John McCullough scores 11 of Hesperia's 16 first quarter points, and the Scorpions are up 3 after 1. The Bulldogs chomp at the bit to battle back, capitalizing when John McCullough is forced to sit when slapped with his 3rd personal foul 1 minute into the 2nd quarter. Bulldogs defenders lay prey on Scorpions ball handlers, sparking a come-from-behind rally twice, leading by 7. They are up by 7 with under a minute to go before halftime. It appears the Bulldogs cannot help but be ahead at the intermission. Enter Amari Dukes, part 1 of his sparking a rally to quiet the barking dogs. Amari Dukes off the drive, Hesperia down 5. Amari Dukes again, and the Bulldogs' lead is cut to 3. Then Micah Gardner from out followed by a quick Jordan Malvo steal and buzzer-beating basket. And the Scorpions have rallied to regain the lead, 29-28 at the half. The Scorpions move up to a 9-point lead in the third quarter. Then John McCullough picks up his fourth foul and must sit out a stretch again, not to return until we are midway through the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs rally back, again pulling within 1 point with 5.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Cue part 2 of the Scorpions rallying without their scoring leader. K.B. Brown coming through in the clutch at the free throw line. 2 in a row, and the Scorpions' lead is up to 3, 45-42. Then Amari Dukes helping spark the rally, this time from the free throw line. And once again into the forefront, Micah Gardner. His drive shot goes, and the Scorpions begin putting it away, outscoring the home team 15-4 the rest of the way. John McCullough finishes with a game-high 24 points, the final 60-46, and 53 straight in the Mojave River League win column for the Scorpions.
I went out there, played my game, just like I've been doing. I've been pitching well. I just went out there, did my thing.
R.J. Peace, his thing is winning games. The Serrano ace tosses a 3-hitter, pitching the Diamondbacks over Sultana 2-1. The victory keeps the Diamondbacks atop the Mojave River League standings 3 games in. The 6'2", 180-pound senior strikes out 6 in his complete game win. Serrano goes to 3-0 in Mojave River League play as Burroughs is beating Oak Hills 13-6. That leaves Burroughs and the Diamondbacks deadlocked in first. Jason Vargas registers his 3rd straight outstanding start to start the season, shutting out the Giants over 7 innings in Kansas City, a 2-0 triumph over Madison Bumgarner. The former Apple Valley Sun Devil rang up 9 strikeouts while giving up 4 hits. He did not walk a hitter. Amir Garrett suffered from a lack of run support and in turn suffered the first loss of his major league career, a 2-0 decision to Baltimore. That was on this date in 2017. He made 14 starts with the Reds his rookie season and since was moved to the bullpen. He made 93 appearances with the 2021 Reds, all in relief. He was traded to the Kansas City Royals and Terry Kurtz Online was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, world-class auctioneers. Volley Quality Truck Body, family-owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, our area's longest-standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, home of the Community Table Restaurant, the Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert, and destination of choice of visitors and travelers to the Victor Valley. Terry Kurtz here, throwing out an invitation for you to catch up with High Desert Sports activities. Your High Desert Sports Report, showing 3 times every day on Victor Valley TV. 7 and 11 every morning, 4 every afternoon. We hope you'll join us right here on Victor Valley TV. Entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Go online and check out the huge inventory of Wrightwood Estate items coming up. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Ready to kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold and supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today. This date in High Desert sports history, Granite Hills' amazing Alozie Sisters score and 2012 CIF playoffs. First home field goal in High Desert Elite history, the year 2019. Baseball rivalries, Victor Valley Jackrabbits, Silverado Hawks, 2011. Barstow College, Victor Valley College, Vikings come from behind walk-off win in 2018. This day in seasons past begins with Granite Hills, Cassandra and Michelle Alozie goals. The sisters Alozie provided the scoring, and Granite Hills girls soccer team held off unranked St. Joseph Santa Maria in opening round CIF action. Senior Cassandra Alozie shredded the net with a laser from 35 yards out to break a 1-1 tie midway through the second half.
I don't know, I just got the ball and everybody was calling for it, but I just saw that open lane and I knew that, we're tied 1-1 and it's like the first round I knew we had to get on. So I just hit it and far post right in the corner, and I was just like, it went in.
Younger sister Michelle, a freshman, put the Lady Cougars on the board at the 28-minute mark of the first half. A simply breathtaking play. The crossover, then with the left leg between a pair of Knights defenders.
Tell me, how important is it for them, especially in CIF postseason, to get that first goal?
It's really important because you really need to come out quickly and hard and make sure you shut down the team with that first goal to show them that you're not playing around or that you're serious and you want to win.
Fast forward 4 years to 2015.
I'm attending Yale, so that's really cool. And I just finished my first semester and I just came back.
What were some things that you look back at your Granite Hills High School experience and say, these things did help me prepare for my next step, which is now your first year in college?
Probably definitely the AP classes here. I've heard from a lot of teachers here that we have one of the best AP programs in the High Desert. So I took so many AP classes, and then going to college and having those classes, the beginning part, it's kind of like the AP like curriculum and stuff like that. And I use like a lot of my AP notes and stuff from high school that helped me in college. So definitely the AP courses here helped me.
High Desert Elite shoots for their first home field win. Video Sports speaks to elite leaders as they are coming off their first win, a 2-1 victory at ASLA in Downey.
Oh, it was huge. We've been knocking on the front door several games, as the home team or crowd has seen. We've been really close, but to get that first win was ginormous.
Just brought us up to our first win of the season, and it's just a big impact, just not for me, for the whole team. It motivates us to keep giving our first win to our fans right here at our stadium.
I think we're individually great. All the individuals on our team are fantastic, but finally to get that win, I think it brought us together, and I think the journey has been the greatest part so far.
6 of the 9 remaining games in the High Desert Elite inaugural year's schedule are home games at Adelanto Stadium. It was a windy and wild Wednesday afternoon in mid-April when the Victor Valley Jackrabbits and Silverado Hawks played their second of 3 DSL matchups. Pitchers from both sides found it hard to find the plate. Jackrabbits starter Blake Hagee's wild pitch, enabling Henry Dominguez to score in the second. Hagee settled in then and struck out the side, enabling the Jackrabbits to hold on to their 3-2 lead early. The home team Jackrabbits followed their 3-run first with 4 more in the second, but had to continue to hold off the stubborn Hawks. Michael Martinez drives home fellow junior Justin Steenerson to open the Rabbits scoring in the second. Steenerson would later homer. Martinez 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of runs scored and 3 RBIs. Martinez comes home on Daniel Burgum's deep double that bounces off the fence. One of 2 doubles for the 5'11", 160-pound Burgum, who's a Rabbits co-captain. Each run would prove a factor as the Rabbits go on to win 13-11. The two teams collide 2 days later on the Hawks' home field. Victor Valley is 3-2 in league going in. Silverado 1-4. This Friday the 13th, Barstow College versus Victor Valley Rams confrontation lives up to its rivalry expectations. The Vikings with an extra inning walk-off win 3 days after the Rams rallied for a walk-off victory in Victorville. Is there, in fact, a rivalry between these two cross-desert community college teams?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, just with being so close, guys knowing each other on the team, and you know, it's just that close town thing. You just want to beat them, so you have that edge up on them.
Judah Wilbur sends Mitchell Holtz across with the first run of the ball game. The fly ball to right mishandled. Judah Wilbur winds up at second. The Vikings' leading hitter, a freshman out of Denver, Colorado. 2 more runs score on Jamie Solis' 2-out base hit up the middle. Lucky Martinez and Judah Wilbur scoring, and the Vikings are out to a 3-0 lead. The Rams tie the score in the second on Mark Kobian's 3-run home run. Alfred Lopez and Jared Hudson scoring ahead of the Victor Valley freshman out of Cathedral. Score is tied at 3 heading into the bottom of the second. The Vikings strike for 3 more in the second. Lucky Martinez driving in Jay Siebel. Lucky Martinez, the sophomore and former Barstow Aztec. Judah Wilbur finds the alley in right center field. Mitchell Holtz scores. 3 hits on the day for Judah Wilbur, hiking his 3rd best in the conference batting average to .383. At the end of 2, Barstow College has mounted a 6-3 lead. The Rams take the lead when Jared Hudson's infield grounder scores Justin Henry. The visitors go on top 7-6 in the 7th. Jared Hudson, the hero of the Rams' 10-9 come from behind walk-off win 3 days earlier. The Yucca Valley sophomore's 3-run home run, the game winner. The Vikings tie the score with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Jamie Solis coming through in the clutch. The infield base hit. Judah Wilbur scores. Run driven in number 3 on the day for the sophomore out of Las Vegas High School. We go to extra innings. The game-winning play, almost anticlimactic. Bases loaded in the 10th. Tanner Wickham takes one for the team and the win. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Hovey River Valley events and activities, entertainment and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.